You keep talking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as an asset class. Does that mean you're sort of that the idea of Bitcoin used as a transactionable currency is not really what's driving it anymore, or shouldn't be what's driving it?
Well, I think Bitcoin is, to coin a phrase, it's almost the reserve currency of crypto. It's the thing that everybody goes back to because it's got the infrastructure, because it's got most network connections and exchange connections. That's sort of the bedrock. Each other classification or family of blockchains will serve a different purpose. We talked just about Ethereum, but you could talk equally about other networks that have specific purpose. So, there's the capital formation side. Those are obviously assets. There's some concept of that. And then those assets in turn power the networks, and the transaction fees that then accumulate on the networks accrue value for those tokens themselves. So it's not a simple case by any means, but I think there are a bunch of different assets. This is part of the taxonomy work that we're doing with Imperial College to actually figure out which are assets, which are networks, which are payment tokens, and so on.
We're pressed for time, but I have to ask you, will Bitcoin see its previous highs?
Look, I think we need to see this structure continue to build. We need to see the custody solutions come and be provided. We need indices and we need performance measures where we can actually start to understand what we're talking about and measure our performance. We need to do more mature work around the ICOs so that post-ICO we have a token life cycle. Melton Demira's just joined us, who I think to help us work with that and just give investors more clarity, better expectations, more transparency.
Is that yes or no? Yes, okay. Danny, good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Danny Master.
So he completely dodged the question, but I do completely agree. I guess he, at the end, nodded his head. So I do think Bitcoin will hit 20,000, and I am very confident with the news that has been released, and we have basically 6 months before the end of the year. So I still strongly believe Bitcoin will hit 20,000, the all-time high, by the end of the year. Like I said, the Goldman Sachs news is great. Obviously, they're still working on regulation, so it will take time, but more and more people will be investing in crypto. And what I am also waiting for, which is a high probability, is a decline in the real estate market, the stock market, and the bond market. And people will want to move their money to something else that isn't negatives. And if crypto does start to grow even just a little bit, I can see a pump coming, because if the stock market's negative, the bond market's negative. And once again, this is why you got to pay attention to the news and pay attention to the economy, because if the stock market's booming again and is having massive positive returns, and the bond market, the interest rates don't continue to go up, and that's actually another interesting thing. If interest rates do go up a lot, there might be a possibility that obviously the people that were holding the lower paying bonds, it's gone. But the new bonds, that could also cause crypto prices to stay kind of stagnant, because if you can get, like, for example, right now the U.S. Treasuries or a U.S. bond is 3%. So if that goes up to like 5 or 6%, a lot of people might just prefer to put their money in that kind of bond than holding it in crypto, which is volatile. So I still think, like I said, there's not enough negative news, and I don't think the regulations are going to hurt crypto. I think it's going to still be more positive than negative, and that will get us to a $20,000 Bitcoin. Now, once again, I'm going to say it again, it's very important that you pay attention to the news and the market, because obviously if the bond market and the stock market are doing terrible, then I can see Bitcoin going above 20,000, no problem. And if there's a bunch of positive regulations where institutions can come in and obviously buy and hold custodian accounts, the price for sure will go up. Now, there could be some more negative news, and I still don't think that Bitcoin will stay under 20,000 for long. So there could be negative news, and there could be a massive rally in the stock market where it's just the stocks look way more attractive and bonds look more attractive. But like I said, if you come in with the mindset that you're holding for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and so for me, it would be basically, let's just say July of next year. I do see for sure, without a doubt, crypto being above 20,000. But like I said, I think it's actually going to be closer. I think by the end of the year we'll hit there. But I'm going to sit and hold. And if the news becomes more and more negative, I probably might dollar cost average less, but I'm just going to go with the mindset that, the people that stayed in crypto 2-3 years, it's always a good strategy. So let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you guys soon.